Energy efficiency is the solid foundation on which we can build resilience in our energy systems. Thus, today we are happy to welcome Brian Kealoha, Executive Director of Hawaii Energy. Besides being a proud local Maui boy and a 1991 grad of St. Anthony Junior and Senior High School, go Trojans, Brian has over 20 years of experience in the energy sector, including launching and managing the Hawaii operations of Optera Energy Services, Chevron Energy Solutions. In his current position, he educates island families and businesses on the benefits of energy efficiency and conservation, providing rewards for the same through the programs Hawaii Energy sponsors. Let us welcome to the stage and give a warm aloha to Brian Kealoha, who will speak to energy efficiency and small business. Brian?
That's right, St. Anthony, go Trojans, home turf. Well, thank you for coming in after lunch. I know sometimes it's hard to pull yourself away from the networking, and actually, I'll leave the person unnamed, but as I was sitting here right before the last session, he said, "Oh, energy efficiency, I think I'll skip that." Which is exactly why I'm here to speak today, because it is so very important as we look towards our 100% clean energy goals. Obviously, everyone here knows that the state has made a commitment to 100% by 2045. At Hawaii Energy, we believe we can get there faster and cheaper with the help of all of Hawaii's families and businesses. And from what we've seen, they do want to help. All of you want to help. It's really just understanding how to do it and really what to do. So this is the role that Hawaii Energy plays. Our mission is to empower island families and businesses to make smart energy choices. Because smart energy choices ultimately help us reduce energy use, it helps us save money, and pursue a 100% clean energy future. So since we're all digesting lunch a little bit, I thought maybe the best way to kind of tell the story, as this is supposed to be about some of the energy efficiency testimonials of what's happening, that's great examples here in the state, was to show a video. So if you just want to relax and take in to see what some of the smart energy choices that are happening, not only here on Maui, but throughout the state of Hawaii.
Hawaii Energy is an important partner with us as we drive to 100% renewable. You know, for the consumer, they are so busy in their day-to-day lives that they don't really stop to think about, you know, rebates and various programs to really help reduce that initial cost. Really makes it almost a no-brainer. It's those kinds of things that Hawaii Energy does. You know, on the business side, a lot of times business, the margins in Hawaii is not significant, and being able or having the capacity to make some of these investments to reduce energy usage sometimes takes a lot of effort on behalf of businesses.
The island of Maui has long been home to innovative energy initiatives. Through the years, leaders in both the public and private sectors have teamed up to harness the power of the wind and the sun, and to advance the use of electric vehicles on Maui roads. And now the Valley Isle community is looking to add to its list of accomplishments by taking a leadership role in the world of energy efficiency, breathing renewed life into a basic principle: save energy, save money.
We think about energy every day. It's definitely not a small part of what we do. I mean, it's in every discussion.
In 2005, Maui Brewing Company started out as a 4,800 square foot facility with 32 team members in Kahana. In 2014, Maui Brewing opened a new location in Kihei, and once the expansion is completed next year, the facility will boast 80,000 square feet and about 650 employees. There are numerous reasons for Maui Brewing's success, including its focus on sustainability.
Things that we started investing in, solar or LEDs and such, came out from a fiscal responsible standpoint, because we had to also not only make ourselves have the best beer around, but also had to be profitable. But the more I dove into the fiscal side of things, I look at how great it was and how augmented the impact was by reducing your energy footprint, not just producing energy to offset, but actually reducing your consumption.
Making energy efficiency the foundation of its sustainability efforts is allowing Maui Brewing to open a total of 4 locations statewide.
Every fixture here is LED or CFL, primarily LED. And then we also have a ton of solar here, so a lot of photovoltaic. Right now, just shy of 300 kW, and by the end of 2018, we're looking at almost 1.2 megawatts. Variable frequency drives on absolutely everything, even our fans that, our cooling fans, like we have what they call big ass fans in the brewery. They're 2 24-foot fans, and we got a bunch of 6-foot ones to move air around to keep it cool. Those are all even on frequency drives, so we don't have to run them on or off. We can just have a little bit of air if it's not too hot, and we can have a lot if we need it.
My name is Terry Edmonds, and I am the owner of If the Shoe Fits. I'm a specialty footwear and shoe store here in Wailuku on Maui.
If the Shoe Fits opened its doors back in 2001 with a mission to provide folks footwear they just won't find anywhere else on the Valley-Au. As the years rolled along, Terry Edmonds began to realize she needed to do something about her growing energy costs if she wanted to remain competitive.
When I was approached by Hawaii Energy about my lighting, it was so hot, it must have been midsummer, and my electric bill was just crazy through the roof. And I have a lot of lights in my store as a retail shop, and Hawaii Energy approached me about changing out the light bulbs, believe it or not, and it cut my bill in half. So in my retail store, I have, with all the studio lighting that I had installed originally, they came with the incandescent bulbs, and they were very hot. And plus my store is half glass facing the street, so it's like a little fishbowl of heat. And it was just super hot. It was hard to air condition. It worked my air conditioner twice as hard. And so I didn't even know that there was a possibility of getting an alternative like that was offered with changing out the light bulbs.
From small business to underserved island families, Hawaii Energy works to ensure that every corner of our community is properly served. Over on Oahu, Hawaii Energy is helping Catholic Charities Hawaii lower its energy costs by installing free lighting retrofits, along with water-saving aerators and shower heads at several of the nonprofit organizations' shelters, transitional housing, and affordable permanent housing complexes.
As with anything on the Leeward Coast, it's just such a close-knit community lifestyle here. We wanted to go ahead and preserve that, and also in trying to alleviate some of the energy burden that they might have in their situation, whatever it may be. Again, through just very simple energy efficiency measures, we realized that we could make an impact on both their monthly income and their utility bills.
By changing the lighting, it allowed them to cut some costs, but also, it brought more lighting into their homes. And I guess, the fixtures that is changed for their faucet has been working, I guess, better than the faucet that they normally have in the kitchen and also in the shower heads.
If you have all the measures installed by us, which is the water measures and the lighting retrofits, typically a 2-bedroom, 1-bath unit could save about $160 a year.
Oh, this is so important. It's so important for not just for the families, but I think also for the environment itself. It helps a lot, it saves a lot, and it educates people on the importance of conserving and saving energy.
And while we're on the Waianae Coast, let's ease on down the road to visit a small business whose energy savings is nothing to cluck at.
Lights are one of the most important factors in egg production, along with water and feed. And in our collaboration with Hawaii Energy and Q Electric, we immediately saw an increase in our production by approximately 10%. We've been able to improve our environment for our birds, and which is translated into better quality eggs for the islands.
LED has given them an advantage. It saves a lot. So it helps them, and it helps the chick in the production side to, like what John mentioned, to produce more quality eggs.
Happy hen will lay a happy egg.
Hawaii Energy's been extremely supportive to us. I've worked with Walter like forever, and I always say, oh, we're thinking about doing this. Does this qualify for a rebate, and is this the right direction? And he's even helped come up with solutions that I hadn't thought of.
I really loved the fact that Hawaii Energy was just so professional and so efficient with my time. It made making this positive change so easy. It was great. I would definitely recommend it again to anybody who has the opportunity, because it is an opportunity.
So as you saw in the video just now, with Garrett's emphasis on sustainability and really on the focus on the triple bottom line, he's been able to grow Maui Brewing Company from one facility, expanding to 4 by the end of next year. And the employment growth has grown to 650 employees. So it's really a testament to how we can make smart energy choices and how profitability and sustainability can go hand in hand. Now, of course, he has to make good beer too, but it isn't as if it's a sacrifice. Along those lines, Garrett was recently awarded the Small Business Person of the Year award. So congratulations to him and to Maui Brewing Company for their leadership. This slide here shows the impact that energy efficiency combined with PV has had on their Kihei facility. Their load has dropped approximately in half, which is going to save them about $100,000. So later this year, as they continue to expand their facilities and expand their PV system, and add storage, the size of these systems can be reduced because they've done the energy efficiency first. This really helps, again, maximize the load reduction and reduce the investment costs in those renewable technologies. Hawaii Energy's programs also target low-income families as well as small business owners, where reductions on energy bills can go a long way to improving their financial situation. Over the past 7 years of the small business program, we've helped over 3,200 small businesses like If a Shoe Fits and Mikilua Farms. These businesses will save over $150 million over the life of the term of the equipment. In addition, the non-energy benefits, the happy hens that lay happy eggs, or the cooler retail stores for customers, there's a lot of things that also help improve and drive their business. So there's a lot of good things that happen with efficiency that extend beyond energy. Hawaii Energy, through its Clean Energy Allies, directly installs the equipment in the cases of these small businesses, or as you saw in the Catholic Charities video. So we really make the decision process a lot easier so that we call this market hard to reach because a lot of times it's challenging to get in and to make that change. So we come in and we make it as simple and easy as possible. Just in the last program year alone, Hawaii families and businesses have saved over 150 megawatt hours. This has resulted in over $40 million in first-year savings and over $325 million over lifetime savings of the equipment. And what does that mean? I think a lot of times we lose context of what efficiency does, but it's the equivalent of building a 90-megawatt solar farm each year. And so when we think about the amount and the size of renewable energy that's typically built here in the state, efficiency is a big tool for us to be able to reach 100% clean energy. And this is why we say we can get there faster, as well as cheaper. I mean, the lifetime cost, again, for energy efficiency is under 3 cents a kilowatt hour. Highlighting the case of faster, we talked a little bit earlier about where we were in terms of our 100%. And just earlier this month, Hawaiian Electric reported that 26% of electricity used came from renewables. What the cool thing about it is we would only be at 22% if it were not for efficiency. That is the contributions of just bringing down our overall load so we can get there faster. However, everything is not green, and I'll save some of the explanation on why we're not investing as much for later, but this just gives you a little bit of an idea of what our budgets have been over the past 3 years. And so I'm really challenging us as a state to continue to value energy efficiency if we're going to do it very cost effectively and accelerate our path to 100% clean energy. We absolutely have to be investing in energy efficiency at this time. So in closing, I think a lot of times people need to hear different stories, and hopefully these stories here today on the videos kind of capture the point of what businesses and residents can do. But ultimately, when we think about it, when the first presenter earlier was talking about how 1 in 4 Americans are overweight, and none of us here want to be overweight, yet we have that high percentage, and it's because it takes a lot of work for us not to do it. We have to focus on our intake and our diet, and we have to focus on exercise. So in that scenario, think of renewable energy as exercise. If we're exercising, but we're not watching our intake and we're not being efficient, we have to do that. So think of Hawaii Energy as your energy trainer. Mahalo.